I guess.
Yeah.
If Aster Aries lose, For the Dream take the group. If Aster Aries win, they take the group. But if DeMonster wins and beats Aster Aries goes to third.
Yes.
Oh, let's go!
DeMonster have to win 2-0.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aster Aries don't have a 2-0 though.
No, but they have more maps won because DeMonster lost 2-0 to FTD, which is one of the only 2-0s we got in China.
Oh, you're right.
So they have one less win overall.
But yeah, you're right.
If they win 2-1, so they need to win 2-0 to get to finish top 2 in the group.
Oh.
So yeah, if Aster Aries win one game out of the series, then they'll have secured top 2.
Interesting. Okay, so like we have multiple outcomes, which is dope. I like that. I like when there's like multiple ways things can end. Kind of like the NBA tonight. The Phoenix Suns, ever since they came back to playing NBA, they had 8 games to play. They won all 8 games. And they could have made the playoffs if the Portland Trailblazers had lost. And I think they ended up winning late in the game or something like that. And even though they won 8 games in a row, they will not make the playoffs.
5 seconds remaining.
How crazy is that?
Very sad. Very sad. Right, let's get into the draft, Ecop, because there's some wild things going on that I want to talk about. Okay. So we get first pick Spectre overall in the game. I mean, if Spectre could get first picked in a draft, I feel like there's something wrong with the hero. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
I feel like you shouldn't be able to first phase him, like first pick him overall in a draft before anything else has been picked. It shows how strong he is at the moment, really. But Doom got let through the drafting phase, which is something that I wondered whether DeMonster would pick up themselves. But I know Aster Aries like to play it as well. So they take the Doom. They go for the Rubik though on DeMonster, which is very good up against the Doom. It's a relatively okay steal. Anything you get from the Doom, like even Scorched Earth and Devourer are both good. So, but then the TB. So they want the core-to-core matchup to be the TB against the Spectre, which I think is fine. If the Spectre goes Radiance, you get a free Reflection Radiance and everything as well. Ooh.
We don't really see this support too much anymore.
I think we haven't seen it a huge amount in EU. In Asia. But I think I've seen it a few times in EU. More often, at least.
10 seconds remaining.
So they're probably going to pick their 5 up in return. But do they want to do that when they don't know if it's definitely... Like, they're not... Potentially, right? It could be Aster Aries playing Doom, mid, TB1, Undying 5. And so I don't know if they want to pick their 5 on DeMonster without knowing the enemy offlaner for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to protect your Spectre with the right hero. For instance, if they pick Darkseer now on Aster Aries and they didn't have like an Oracle or something. Well, I mean, Darkseer's banned, but that kind of thing. And they need something that deals with the TB, so you're expecting like raw magic damage, which is why you see they've banned out Zeus, Puck, and a Batrider in the second phase.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what their raw magic damage answer can be. Oh, that's cool though. That's not what I expected.
Definitely. You know, I mean that could be a 4, right? But most likely the 3. I mean, it could still be the mid too, actually.
Yeah, I mean, imagine it's probably the 3. It's really good against TB because you can get the disarms procs on all the illusions and the hero itself. I don't mind actually. I think it's okay. It gives them some decent team fight too. They don't really have anything that stops the Pango from just using Rolling Thunder as well and just balling around the fight.
Radiant team.
I love Rika when he plays this Dark Willow, though. I think he's played incredibly well so far this tournament on this hero. And so it'll be interesting to see going into this game when there's no other like really big team fight in their lineup, like Control. I mean, if he can deal with the pressure that's going to be put on him in that department. Because if he doesn't land good terrorizers or bramble mazes or anything, they don't really have great catch. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Rico to get these spells off that aren't necessarily 100% reliable.
Mm-hmm. And that kind of requires you to look for something that's going to give you a stun come this 5th pick.
And I think they're going to try and pick something relatively mobile on DeMonster as well. So like the Embers, the Void Spirits and things. To try and counteract that. And you see like they even banned a puck in the last phase as well. Because they understand that they need lockdown on the Aries side. I think there's potential for them to just go
10 seconds remaining.
Mars though on Aries and put the Doom mid.
5 seconds.
And they have the Mars Willow then as well.
Dire team back.
And there's that Ember ban. They ban the Ember themselves. Ban the puck too. I actually... This puck has been so good. Such a strong hero, and now they'll ban the Void Spirit. So you say Ember Void, they say ban, and they actually don't go to something mobile in that sense. But I mean, Magnus still has Skewer. We'll be getting a Blink Dagger eventually.
I hate when this happens because I always say it. I always think these heroes are just auto banned because they're banned so often.
10 seconds.
But it feels like the clock just keeps getting banned at the moment in China.
5
Because they all just play at POS 5 and they run around, and I've seen a lot of bad POS 5s this tournament, but I've also seen a lot of good ones. And they seem to respect that hero a lot. I think they have to pick up some kind of team fight here on Aries. Or like at least control of some sort, like catch. I think about putting the Doom mid. What about something like Storm? That sounds fun. And then they could put the Doom off lane.
But is the Storm okay in this lane? Or in this game?
You may now select your heroes.
Yeah, I think it would have been okay. They don't have great catch, so. But they go back for the Mars. I think that was the standard one. And they're going to put the Doom mid. Because they haven't. I'm pretty sure they first faced this Mars Willow before on Aries. I don't think this should be a massive shock to DeMonster. Aries currently unbeaten in the group stage as well. Probably worth mentioning. They haven't lost the series yet.
And this is what I like. I like that this best of 3 here matters still.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like when we get like garbage games. And not garbage as in they're bad games, but games with no bearing is more so what I mean. And I like when games have bearing this late in the group stage. So it's, for me, I'm happy.
Okay,
happy child.
Yeah, because tomorrow as well, the last game of the group stage is Blaze versus eHome, and that basically separates 4th and 5th from each other. So this one's to decide if Aries or DeMonster can come in the top 2. But tomorrow to separate 4th, 5th is still a game to decide seeding, etc. So it's not as important, but it's still important.
Yeah, because you're gonna it'll decide who you play from the Southeast Asia side of the bracket. Because you'll play in a play-in, right?
Yeah, because we have the play-in the day after.
Yeah. Which I think we're covering some of the play-in. That'll be fun.
I think we're covering one of the 2.
And then that'll be fun. So we'll get Southeast Asia's 4 against China's 5.
We get the better Southeast Asia team.
Which Could be anybody at this point.
It could be anybody, because there's a series tomorrow between Reality Rift and Adroit, which if Reality Rift beat Adroit, there's 3 teams on 2 and 3, so it could get a bit messy.
Could get a bit fun. Is what you mean to say.
100%, yeah.
So I think somebody's in the bathroom right now. WC, water closet, wash closet,
Water closet.
winter coat.
Wrong chat.
Warlock chaotic offering.
Oh, that would be
WCO.
WCO, yeah.
The O's silent. Alright, Courier following Rubik for just a split second. Alright, got that off. So, is this something... I want to know. Am I being a bad player if I don't bring my Courier up to the edge of the stairs?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a good habit to get into, unless you're against a Monkey King, just in case he decides to run into your base and try and kill them.
But what's the point?
It's so that it gets to you quicker.
By how much?
By however long it takes to get from where it normally starts to where it is now.
So I'm min-maxing my Courier.
Yeah. Which, it can make a difference sometimes. Like, I've had it before in a game where it got my salve got to me quicker so that I lived.
Okay.
So what about the min-maxing beacon?
I don't know. I'll do like I'll throw that down in my low bracket game, and they'll just be like, "Well, you think you're alright, pro?" And be like, "Yeah, I do. What of it?" You know. That's how I.
Nobody thinks you're pro B-Cup, don't worry.
That is very
You
true.
don't lose 6 double downs in a row if you're pro.
Don't remind me. $6. That's 360 MMR.
Get good. Right, so
The battle begins.
I love this build on the Undying, by the way. This Orb of Venom. I tried it in a lane the other day and it felt hilarious. Just running at people over and over again. But Rubik knows this, so he's gone boots first.
We've also questioned that too, because we've seen Undyings like not go the Orb of Venom, and it feels so much worse.
I mean, I think this lane he's still going to have a really rough time because the Rubik has boots, so the Rubik's just going to be constantly poking at him all the time. But it should be enough to just secure the farm for the TB. Like, whenever they have meta up in this lane, they can't touch them on the Radiant side at all. I like the plays when the team against the TB brings their position 5 for first blood, so that when he pops meta, you try and like kill him straight away.
Mm-hmm. Always a good feeling. Meliodas has Swashbuckle first. No surprise, honestly. Dual Breath should be there for the Jakiro, and Bramble Maze level 1 for the Dark Willow, which we see a lot of. Not that I think Curse Crown or, Shadow Realms any more impressive than Bramble Maze.
I think Bramble Maze, I think Rico goes 1-4-1, like almost religiously from the games we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does it all the time.
I like Shakiro. I think he's been one of the better supports.
Yeah, he's okay. I like playing him. He's a little bit unreliable sometimes with the ice paths and things, but there's been a lot of good Shakiro plays, I think.
So we'll see if they can beat this Spectre, because obviously you were saying, Spectre getting picked first, there must be something wrong when you're able to pick your one position this early in the draft with little to no consequence.
It's the same with like Terrorblade and stuff as well, though. Like it just shows how ridiculously strong everybody feels they are at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
They have a stick on the Pango and the Rubik. Okay, the Rubik has a stick now, but the Pango doesn't. Okay.
He's going for one, though. So, he'll have it eventually. Meanwhile, Magnus over mid. He's sitting 12-1. This Doom's 13-1. And he's got 1-2 so far.
This is going to be one of the most boring lanes you've ever watched.
Is it?
I feel like... I mean, Mag has some kill potential, I think. At like level 5, maybe if you could skewer him under tower, but apart from that, I mean, they're just going to farm.
They're just going to farm. I mean, that sounds like an exciting lane to me. I know what you're talking about.
And you can see he goes for the Wraith Band on the Doom because he realizes he needs the armor against the Empower from the Mag. Top lane as well, they're going on and dying.
Can they get this kill? Yeah. Fade Bolt quickly in. Meliodas, he gets the finishing blow onto LWW.
They're playing this lane much better than I thought they would on the Radiant side.
How
They're,
did they-
they're spamming them out with like Fade Bolt and Swashbuckle.
Did he not have anything in Decay? Like, did he
No, he had
not
no mana,
have
I
any
don't think.
strength from Decay?
No, I think he just ran out
Maybe.
of mana.
Okay, he had 4. Because he had 780 health when he died. So he'd only stolen 4 strength. That's really bad in this lane. At least
Good.
now he's got himself 8, but it doesn't feel good for the Undying like you predicted. And it's like, yeah, he's getting these decays off, but what has it gotten him so far? Like, I get Meliodas feels a little bit uncomfortable having 460 max health at the moment.
Fade Bolt is... Whenever he gets hit by Fade Bolt, it feels like he stops hitting people. You just got to carry on going, you know?
Ooh, good swashbuckle. And the telekinesis. Fade Bolt. Oh! TB. Getting close to dead.
That's
They
it.
actually get the decay kill on Meliodas. Well done
That's
there
what I'm
by
saying, though.
Undying.
That's what I'm saying. You just got to keep hitting people.
Really well done. And that's, what, after I jinx it and say this Undying's having a hard lane?
Yeah.
As is tradition with the two of us, I feel like we've done that maybe 1,000 times.
Bot lane as well. I bet you missed that one, didn't you? I bet you missed it.
It's rude. You already know chat's gonna T-tours me for that. It's alright.
Does either mid lane have a bot? I don't think they do they? You can. Everybody's putting so little emphasis on the active runes. Look top, there's still an illusion rune, and it's 5 minutes into the lane. Like it's been there for a minute. Doom's like, oh my god, there's an active rune. Like, and how different is this in comparison to loads of the other mid matchups we've seen?
Both mids get bottles and they're both contesting. Supports come over. Refill the bottle with the bounty rune. Nah, this is straight farm city. So, phase boots picked up for the Doom. Telekinesis now again. Swashbuckle. Disarm onto the Terrorblade. Also rip and get the decay. So Meliodas doesn't have a lot of health to work with. But no meta for another 15 seconds. Let's see. Doom phase boots. What's he got net worth wise already? Sitting 3,300. Level 3 in decay. Level 3 in the scorched earth. Which one does he max first?
He'll go 4-3-0, I think. Oh no, sorry, 3-4-0. That's what I meant to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As to be fair, I'm surprised he hasn't maxed Ivar because there's not a lot of trading going on in this lane. But maybe he wants there to be. It's been a very passive game.
Yeah, but this is the style we've been seeing from the Chinese group.
I just meant more in the mid lane.
I think just in general too in Group B, like Group A, I don't know how these teams from Group B are gonna handle Group A. Just continually running at them,
We have seen some Chinese games like that though.
but not as frequent.
No, not as frequently, but I think they still have done it.
Let's pick up the pace, Dix.
So, you know, 7 minutes into the game, 3 kills. Nothing really to write home about from either side just yet. I mean, TB's not doing that well, and neither is the Spectre.
They see the Dark Willow under the Observer Ward around this mid lane on the Radiant side, so... Oh,
Ooh, actually TPing towards top. Can't find Meliodas. Just pushes him off the tower.
And TP's actually just gone jungle already. Level
We
5.
see that every now and then. Just
I guess
TV's
the Undying...
jungling.
Yeah, but the Undying, we can't really secure his lane anymore. They're just spamming him out again. Like, this Undying hasn't had the effect they would have hoped for. He's just gonna spar it up in the jungle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So 2 bracers here for the Magnus. Doomson at 4,600. Meanwhile, top, Bramble Maze lay it down. That'll lock up the Pango for a second. You got Phoenix charging in, but we'll see if he has enough damage to kill this Pangolier. Goes into the Swashbuckle, gets some distance. They'll send the Courier over to get some vision, but it won't matter. Easy
That was
TP
cute, though.
out. Yeah, you know, it's a decent move if he, like, doesn't have a TP there.
I just meant sending the courier over.
Yeah.
I like seeing things like that. I was playing Drow the other day. I was jungling, and if your courier brings you an item, just get your courier to go and you know, hover over a camp so that you get vision for the next camp.
Thank you.
Feels pretty good. It's just the min-max in place, you know.
Nobody needs the min-max in Dota. Come on.
Rico.
Rolling Thunder right on top of this Dark Willow goes into the Shadow Realm. Bramble Maze down. Doesn't actually throw the Shadow Realm strike out. Meliodas looking to line up the Swashbuckle. Rico. This feels like a Jason Voorhees movie.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I
attack.
thought he was going to just try for it, you know?
Yeah, just go for it anyway, just in case.
Give him a little bit of the here's Johnny. Which is not Jason Voorhees, but more The Shining.
Dire's top tower is under
Like, you had to
attack.
clarify that.
You
You could have
know,
said anything. I probably would have just gone for it anyway.
Well, I was actually clarifying for you. I thought maybe you would know that one.
But yeah, I
But,
do. I do.
You know, the kids these days.
Goddamn kids. Bot lane as well. The Shakira is just going to be able to
Radiant's
TP out.
bottom
Oh,
tower
spear.
is under attack.
Would have landed.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
So,
How's this mag doing? He's level 11. What level's the Doom? 9.
yeah, the
Jesus.
experience. I'm surprised at the experience difference, but the gold difference. You know.
I mean, the mag's able to take ancients though, and the Doom's not. That's the big difference.
I'll look for this tier 1 Rolling Thunder. Tombstone committed to the Shockwave down. Right click's coming in on the Tombstone from this Rubik. Use the Rolling Thunder just to get away. They end up denying the tower instead. Ooh, Arena committed, but look at the Mars. Already taking a lot of damage. The Haunt comes in, looking for the Terrorize. Won't save the Mars. Actually helps the Spectre to just run.
I can't believe he committed the arena there, because his Doom and his TB aren't there, like, at all. Because now what's going to happen is that they can just push the wave in and take the tower.
Radiant's
Oh, so the tower's already gone.
Yeah, it got denied. Undying denied.
Right, okay.
You know, you rag on me for not
I
seeing a
was-
kill
I was-
over
yeah,
bottom.
Radiant's middle
But
tower
here we
is under
are,
attack.
and, you know, tower got denied.
I was not paying attention there.
Oh, what did he steal? Scorched Earth? That's a good one to have.
That feels really good.
Scorched Earth, Arcane Supremacy. Go.
Right, he doesn't have it yet, but the bonus move speed feels really good as well. It does a lot of damage. It's like 60 times 16, which is, what, 960 damage overall, if you can stay on top of them.
Nice little math there.
Quick maths. And I assume Mag has Echo Saber. Yeah, he does.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This Doom's got phase boots and blink dagger getting sent out. Cool. Quick blink. 12 minutes.
And they're going to try and smoke up here, I think, with the
Dire's
Rico.
middle tower is under
So
attack.
between the two of them, they can try and make something happen here. But I don't know how easy this is going to be. Do they want to go with the Mars as well? Is that what they're saying?
No vision here for the Radiant, so they don't spot this. But actually, Rubik
No?
at that moment says, "Hey, can use some vision over here, guys. Appreciate it." Spectre
Everyone's just
continuing to
chilling.
farm. I think is that going to be a Yasha or is that a Diffusal?
It'll definitely be Yasha. They're gonna go. He's gonna go Manta first. We've seen that almost religiously from every single Spectre.
Yeah.
The Manta has too much.
Dire's top
Oh no,
tower
they see
is
the.
under attack.
Oh, they saw the Spectre because of the dagger.
Infernal Blade, Curse Crown onto the Jakiro. So Jakiro's set to fall, but I say that RP on a 2. Jakiro survives. They kill off Rico. Ice Path lands on the Mars. Rolling Thunder comes in. Jakiro does finally fall.
the mag.
Doom used onto the Magnus. Spear doesn't land onto the crumbling wall of the arena. They still have the damage to get the kill on R, so they've taken out 2 for their 1. Look over at Meliodas, where Spear is available in 3 seconds, so they won't continue to commit and give chase.
Yeah, they just don't have the damage at the moment on the Radiant side to be able to fight into these beefcakes of the Mars and the Doom. They're just too tanky right now because the Spectre doesn't do anything like in terms of damage output. He can't commit to a fight. So when this mag throws the RP down and things, they just don't have any follow-up damage. But yeah, Rolling Thunder's nice. Yes, they have mech to sustain and everything. I get it, but it's not enough oomph. But a big win. Now this Doom has a massive net worth lead over anybody else in the game. He's level 12 as well.
Jeez. Pretty massive.
Didn't realise you took in this. People were taking Infernal Blade over the talent and the level 2 Doom.
Dire's middle tower is under
It reminds me of
attack.
like Puck Phase Shift.
I'm a big fan of Infernal Blade. Tombstone committed into the Shadow Realm. There with Yugi's grandfather, but won't throw a shot out and ends up burning down the Macro Pyre. Haunt gets used, looks over the
Oh my
Doom,
God.
who's on the run. Rolling Thunder comes in. They've got the Bramble Maze locking up the Spectre for a second. Doom gets a 2-man War Stomp with the Spear hitting the Spectre. The kill onto this Pangolier. And this is a big turn for Astro Aries, especially if they could kill this Spec. Good job with the Ice Path, though. That gives him an exit route.
That was really well played by the Doom. He was like, "Oh my god, I'm in trouble," and he runs back into the Tombstone again, and then he's baiting them ready for the arena on the high ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really well played by Phoenix. He's having a good game so far. And when he gets his BKB up, I don't know what they're going to do to be able to stop him from running at people. The Spectre is still farming though.
Yeah.
And we've seen Spectres, when they hit that timing with the Manta, just absolutely destroy team fights. So let's not
Agreed,
get ahead of
agreed.
ourselves yet.
Oh, I'm not ahead of myself. I've seen Spectre too many times to be ahead of myself.
True, true.
Yeah, it does
I love
feel
how
that
lit-
way at times.
I really love how little emphasis there is on runes this game.
Dire's middle tower is
It's a bit
under attack.
surprising because this is like the first game to feel like that.
Bot lane. A scrapping.
Dire are
Are
scared.
they?
Oh, they committed Rolling Thunder and Flesh Golem, so I'd call that
Dire's
a
middle
scrap.
tower is under attack.
They popping off over there.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
The Mag's coming down here. Does he have Blink? Yeah, he does. They want to find a Blink RP onto the TB, but...
Sunder
Oh, he got the
used.
Sunder off!
Terrorize does hit on this Magnus. He's in some trouble. Swashbuckle in, but
Whoa.
You
That was
can't
sick,
save him.
actually.
And now, Inferno Blade, and you just look at the damage, like, Jakiro just dies. Right click's coming in from the TB. They're going to start to run away with this game if they're not too careful.
But again, like, they just pop RP and there's no follow-up. They didn't even have Rolling Thunder that time because it was on cooldown. The Haunt's on cooldown. I don't really know what the mag was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like they're not talking to each other at the moment on the Radiant side.
Radiant's bottom
And remember, they have to win 2-0 on this Radiant side to be able to get top 2 in the group.
Yeah, it ends up that the next game is not completely inconsequential, but, you know, kind of at the same time is.
How many times have FTD won 2-0 in this group stage? Has it just been
twice,
one?
right?
Twice. So they'll finish top of the group no matter what, unless Aries win the series.
Yeah.
So Aries have to win the series overall to be able to get top of the group, because then they'll be 5-0, right?
Mm-hmm. You know, I will say it's not like the most exciting game. Like, you know, oh my god, I can't believe 5-man RP and all that. But, you know, it's methodical. And I really like what I'm seeing from Aries.
They're playing really well. They're waiting for their cooldowns. They're being patient. They have the Blink Yules on the Mars now as well, so they have loads of team fight. Lots of things to play off, like the Doom, the you know, the Tombstone, the Arena. Feels like any combination of two of their heroes, apart from the Undying and the Willow, can find kills on the map.
Telekinesis. Undying's been clipped. Ice Path will keep him there as he tries to TP out.
Oh, they instantly smoke. Are they going to Roche?
No.
Whoa, this is so cool, though.
Can they?
Yeah, but you don't expect this if you're Aries, right? Surely not. Are they going to... I think they just scanned it. They just pinged it, sorry.
I mean, they have Willow with Terrorize available.
But they're all just sitting bot lane.
This is such a fast Roche, too, for the timing.
This is such a smart play.
Wow. Really well done there by DeMonster. Go for that Roche.
Yeah, fair play to them. That was pretty cool. Because this is the thing we were saying about the Desolate damage, though. It works against Roche as well. Like, it feels so good on this hero. When you get Manta, you just rip through anything. Like, heroes, Roche, like, it doesn't matter what it is. He gets a Van Brace now on the Spectre as well. Clumsy net for his Pangolier. Hell yeah.
Arena down. Spear hits. Shakiro's dead. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Unfortunately.
Undying almost has mech as well.
Under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
The Willow going for Yules. Totally get that. Respect it.
Oh, the spear?
Good spear, but the Rolling Thunder immediately used, so that'll bounce up the TB, bounce up a couple others. Tombstone committed. They're going to go for the tier 1 tower and get it. Question is, do they search and look for more?
I had no idea.
Hmm? Blink forward again.
Okay, they're going for the mag.
And they've got vision. Unless he TP's out, he's in a lot of trouble. And they're going to RP the Doom. They do have a lot of damage, and he's forced to pop that BKB. Two-man War Stomp. Doom out onto the Magnus.
As well.
Blinks away. Spear out onto the Spectre. Nobody's going for the mag, though, so Doom just gets used, and that's kind of it. Sunder available for the TB. And now this is all of a sudden the Radiant chasing. This is such an odd fight because they've already used Doom. Arena
good
down,
arena,
a really good Arena. Terrorizes in. And now they'll get the kill on Meliodas. They'll use the Haunt. Sunder comes out. Magnus in trouble. Doom or no Doom, he ends up dead. 3 kills for the side of Aries with nobody gone yet on their end. And it looks like it'll be a 4th as they lose this Rubik. Potentially a full team wipe. Spectre in some trouble. Blink War Stomp. Phoenix. Well, he helps get that first life out of the hands of the Spectre. Can they get the second? Nowhere for him to go. So it is looking very assured here for Aster Aries, who do get the full team wipe without losing a thing here from their own side. Wow, really well done.
Okay, so the big thing there is that the Doom survives the original jump with the RP. Because he gets a double stomp off onto the Spectre and the Magnus. I feel like if they weren't around trees there, if they'd have just got the RP on, the Spectre couldn't get his damage off straight away because he was stuck behind a couple of trees. He either needs to be quick with his Quelling Blade to cut down trees to get into the Doom, because I think they then kill him. But it's such a difficult play to, you know, in hindsight it sounds easy, but... Yeah, because then he gets the Doom off onto the Mag as well, so even though there's an RP, like no RP, it just takes him out the fight completely. He can't really do anything. But yeah, a great arena by the Mars just, like, secures everything that fight.
Yeah, 3-man arena was perfect.
It feels like their spell usage has been so good this game in general on Aries.
I will say a lot of pausing.
Yes, it's better. Yeah, like even Mars notes. He's like, guys, come on.
Circle.
This
guys.
isn't okay.
Dot. Come on. Although, just like when I didn't know the equals meant lag.
Oh really? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, apparently that just means lag.
Learning with B Cup and Mo Farah.
At least that's what
What
I've been
a
told.
fancy
So,
Hey,
if
they
that's
might have been
wrong,
lying.
blame the person who told me. Which was some guy in chat. So,
Twitch chat would never lie, would you? They only ever tell the truth. Full of lovely people. The topper end.
the topper end.
The upper end of society was what I was meant to say. Well, I don't know what the topper
echelon.
end of society is.
The topper end of society is a society of people who wear top hats. Old school 1930s
Oh,
big
that's-
top hats.
That's Twitch chat as well, though. Don't worry.
I'm gonna go get in my Model T.
There's a DD bold. Oh, they should have given it to the TB. Yes, Grove Bow, by the way, on the TB coming out.
Jesus.
Is Van Base not just better? If he had Dragonlance, I could understand him having the Grove Bow. I guess the Grove Bow with the attack speed's still pretty good.
What does the Doom have? He's got.
Actually, you know what? No, the
Nether
Grove Bow is
Shawl.
definitely better.
Oof.
Yeah, the Nether Shaw's really good this game, though. It just increases his magic resistance in general, right? Because he's built really tanky with armor anyway. He only loses 3 for the Nether Shawl, and to get 25% magic resistance in trade is fine. They pause again.
Kale. Just Ka this time. Which is equivalent to just saying the L in the word lag. I actually don't know. I have no idea. Yeah. Can you find Mars, Omni Knight, or Puck? I found Mars. I found Puck. And
Oh, I'm not
Omni
playing.
Knight?
I googled translate Tad Jiubao, and I think it means he lost packets. Packet loss,
Packet
effectively.
loss, yeah.
Well, you solved that one quick, B-Cup. I said lost packets, and you're like, oh my god, I think that means packet loss.
I actually knew that before you said it.
Did you?
No.
Wow.
But
I was going to say.
Gonna act like I did though.
You know when you go on holiday to a foreign country, you get one of those
No.
books. Okay. Americans
go
don't
for
really
it.
do it, but we do it in Europe, where you go to another country, and you get like this little book of little like translations that you might need on your holiday.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need to make one for Chinese games while we're casting. So like when they say things in all chat, we'll translate it so that we can have like a little a handbook with us every time we cast China.
Well, when I start making more money, so never, I'm gonna learn the language. It's one of those things I want to commit to, but it's expensive. I want to get a teacher.
Ooh.
But
I tried starting by myself, and it's
same. It's very difficult.
really hard.
It's very difficult. By the way, you say, oh, you know, when us Europeans go to different countries, you know, you do realize, and I don't think, you know, whenever people talk like that, it's like, you realize, like, going from state to state is like going from country to country over in your area.
Yeah, of course. Like, I know that.
Some
But
people
what I'm
act
saying
like
is
it's not the same, though.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not a different country. It's not the same.
I mean, it kind of is. I feel like New Jersey's a different country.
Yeah, but
They
it's
stink
not
over
because
there.
like they don't. You all speak the same language and everything still, right?
Not really.
Yeah, yeah,
Talk to a
fair
guy
enough.
from Jersey and you talk
Yeah.
to a guy from New York. It ain't the same.
Yeah, well, that's a subject for another day. But
Yeah. New Jersey
I
stinks.
feel like I don't really know anything. I had I did. Did you see my quiz I did for Nomad last night? There was one of the general knowledge questions was about an American states. I think it was like which one isn't on the East Coast, and I had no idea.
What were
My
your four
American
options?
geography is not good.
Did Saber get that right?
Yeah, he got it. He lucked out.
Yeah, you should be ashamed. You cast with a East Coaster. You know?
I know, like probably where 40% of them are or so.
40% of 50.
Okay, well, if I gave you a map of Europe,
I could nail
would you
it.
be able to name the
Yeah,
countries?
I'd be able to nail it.
Oh, we'll do it after the cast.
All right.
That sounds fun.
All right. I wonder if we have some time, maybe WePlay would let us broadcast that. But
If it was yesterday, where
yeah,
it was only
where we might have had to fill 4 hours.
Yeah.
9K lead all of a sudden for us, Aries. Feels like it's kind of just crept up on us. Right?
Yeah, but there's been a couple of really big team fights, one after the other, that has secured this massive lead for them.
I wonder what the odds say on EGB. Probably like 1.01 right now for Aster Aries.
Yeah, I think because not only are they ahead, but I think they're playing better as well. Like their
Oh,
team
yeah.
fights are cleaner. They have the TB go. Like I think when TB gets Scardy, their game is going to get really strong. Because then all of a sudden they can start to try and kite around the Spectre and the Mag a little bit more. He becomes a lot
Hero.
tankier.
He's gonna die here. Very dead, very easy bounty to claim for the side of Aster Aries.
Did LWW just get that kill with a decay? Oh,
Yeah, I think so. Spectre, though? What's your farm looking like? Man, to defuse, so it's not like terrible for a Spectre.
No, I mean Spectre's doing okay, but it's this Magnus that's really fallen off. Mid lane.
Oh boy, Yule's Arena, Spear lands, Magnus in trouble hit with the Infernal Blade as well as the Shivas. You look how easy and simple these kills are on basically anybody. Like, yeah, you used Arena. I will say, though, you could probably get that kill even without Arena.
Yeah, I mean to be honest though, that they went to blink in and doom him, and at the same time the Mars blinked in and used him up in the air, and then Doom was like, "Yeah, that's probably a better idea."
I guess I don't need this.
But so I think throwing Arena down to kill the Mag though is perfectly fine,
Yeah, for sure.
because you do extra damage from throwing them up against the side of the arena, right?
It's also just a 75-second cooldown ulti.
Yeah. So low committal. Haste spawns bot. They did pop meta though.
Yeah,
They didn't
did they get the they didn't even get the
No,
tier
no.
2. Okay.
And Roche isn't up yet either, so this is really good for DM.
Some poor timings that end up being there for the TB. Okay, so God's Rebuke and Arcane
Why?
Supremacy.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, I'm just wondering why haven't they given the clumsy net to the Pangolier? Why have they given it to the Jakiro? It's so good on this when he's rolling around.
Man.
Yeah, I mean it's okay for that, but
Telekinesis and up in the air forever it seems like. Gets into the Shadow Realm though,
good tombstone
survives.
as well.
And the Tombstone's in the middle of the arena. They do end up losing the Dark Will, but they get the kill
Oh,
there
still do.
on to the Jakiro. They've got the Doom onto the Spectre. Can they find Spec? They've got the Decay, so they know where the Spectre is staying, and there's no TP for the Spectre, so they're going to lose Spec, and Spec's dead for 50.
Still Doom though. It's pretty good. Also, did you know? I genuinely had no idea about this. Tombstone doesn't spawn zombies on BKB heroes.
Yeah, I knew that.
How did I have no idea about that? I feel like that's something I should know. Because I noticed in one of the fights, Panga was rolling around in Rolling Thunder, and there were no zombies being spawned on him. I've just always assumed it had.
Top tower is under attack.
Undying's even worse than I thought. Man, poor guy.
Oh, RP.
They doomed the TB though.
And alright, they're gonna try and get the kill on the TB here. Skewer, and they have the damage. I think once this BKB wears off, it may not be so easy. Oh dear! They got him. Down goes the Undying. Arena is used just to disengage, but the blink. They find the Dark Willow.
They're gonna be able to kill her.
Get the kill just yet? Till the shockwave comes
Good
in.
shockwave. Yeah, I like how he juked the other way first to be like, yeah, if she starts trying to juke it, she runs the other way, she gets hit by the other one. So, well, this is so good as well because Roche is about. Well, oh no, Roche is up in a minute. Okay, never mind. That's really unfortunate for DM. Looks like a almost maximum spawn time.
So somebody very much wants us to have me do a map of the European area. Meanwhile, Mars skewered. God's Rebuke, I think, ends up missing because of that skewer, though. But they're going to get the kill here onto the Mars.
That's so greedy of him to be farming there. When 3 of your heroes are dead, there's no vision down here to protect you. The fact he's just sitting there in a big camp is a disaster waiting to happen. Roche is up in 30 seconds as well, so they'll have a 20-second window where they could take Roche and Mars isn't up. If they get into the pit, both teams have the courier there. I still think it's difficult for the Radiant side to just walk into the pit, though.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the Doom anymore either, which was the only reason they killed the TB. First time he had died all game. I like how he has Satanic queued up as well. I know he would have gone for it anyway, but it's funny in my mind that he gets doomed and he's like, well, I guess because my Doom's incapable of not giving away Doom, I'll have to build a Satanic to keep myself alive.
Also, question. If I'm doing a map of Europe,
Okay.
do I get the names? And I have to drag the names into the already designated areas, or how is that? Am I just doing this from a blank map?
Yeah, blank.
How do we want this contest to go?
No, we can give you the names.
Okay.
Makes it more fun.
I feel confident.
I think it would be a lot more difficult without the names.
I think I'm gonna need the names. But I think I got it. Blink, Arena, and the Spear end up stealing Spear, and we'll see if that ends up being worth anything. Mules up into the air, Infernal Blade, and it's not. So 2 kills there for the side of Aries.
Sorry if I just broke anyone's ears. I knocked my mic. So.
I didn't even hear it.
Okay, nice. Well, they get the 2 kills and they just go into Roche. So fair enough for Aries. They've popped the meta. They get the kills. They get the Roche. It'd be completely worth it for them. I mean, they're going to try and buy back here, but I don't know if they're going to get to the pit in time. This Undying needs to be breaking smokes here. Somebody needs to be breaking smokes because otherwise this is going to be an absolute disaster for Aries, I think. Oh, well, oh, they actually just dodge it. The whole Rolling Thunder in the pit.
Meliodas just getting bashed up. Now the sun comes in. Infernal Blade, and with the Lotus Orb, Meliodas is still dead. So, dead for 95 seconds. Easy Roche for the Dire side if they want it.
Now they catch the +1.
Yeah, they get the Jakiro, or do they? Good Force Staff. On distance, Spectre uses that Haunt. This is seemingly the fight of fights. Doom onto the Magnus before you get the RP off, so he's dead, no buyback. I don't even know if they'll need to get Roche. They might just call GG right here. Spear onto the Spectre. Stuns out. Good 3-man Ice Path, but at the same time, Spectre still dead and gone with no buyback too. So
they even stole the Doom there on the Rubik as well and managed to get it onto the TB again. But it just didn't matter.
This Jakiro's dead too. Another Spear landing onto a tree. They'll get ZZZZZZZZZZ.
That guy's my spirit animal.
Just always.
Always Zing. I'm definitely sundering my Doom right now, by the way, if I'm that TB.
Roshan has fallen to the damage.
Oh, he gets
You get
salved
the
up.
Aegis.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Look at this. Look at this Undying. What a bro.
Seriously.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So I misspoke. They did still get the Aegis. I thought maybe DeMonster might tap out there,
Radiant's middle tower is
knowing
under
where the
attack.
situation is at.
I'm surprised because they've used Horn. You have RP still. They didn't manage to get it off in the fight. I'm pretty sure the Doom managed to blink in, get a stomp, and follow up with the Doom on the mag, so he never had a chance to use the RP. But they're playing this safe, which I think is fine. You just wait for the next meta, which is up in a couple of seconds now. Can always go Satanic if he really wants to. He's only a little bit off here.
Repair kit found there for the Doom. He's got that Ags. So Infernal Blade feeling oh so good.
And they just don't have enough damage right now on their own side. They have lots of good team fight with the RP and the Rolling Thunder, but they're not finding the right openings. And Aries are just playing as 5 the whole time.
They smoke up, but like this seems like a last-ditch effort to get anything done. The second the smoke breaks, it's going to be like Blink Arena.
Doom has Axe, by the way, as
Telekinesis,
well.
and they get the kill onto the Undying very quickly. Haunt's jumping around. Spider leg used by the Doom, and they've got some damage out onto the Pangolier, but it won't be enough. Doom looking for an opportunity, and it's all that for a kill on the Undying. Like, is that really worth it? And the answer is really no. Doom, though, on the Doom, how does it feel, Doom? Doesn't matter, though. Rubik is dead. Macropyre Ice Path is down onto the TB. BKB's been popped by the Mars. Buyback used by the Rubik, but Jakiro just getting run down. There's a good arena as well as the Spear onto the Spectre, and with the damage, they should be able to take out the Spec very quickly. Goes with the Manta, but, well, that's not going to work out. Ultra kill here for the TB. Can they get the Rampage?
Get in there.
Oh! Yeah, this is looking like it. Somebody steal it. Somebody steal it. No, he's got it. All right, Rampage there for the TB just before it all comes down.
Yeah, really classy game from Master Aries.